Well, welcome back to my garden. How are you this afternoon? Fabulous day here. Had a bit of sunshine, had a bit of rain, had a bit of cloud. So we've had lots of different seasons in one day. But the beautiful thing is the temperature has dropped for us in our subtropical climate. And so I'm just having a little wander around, feeling quite nice and comfortable walking in the garden in the afternoon. And I've found a rose, and this rose is actually the very first rose that went into this new garden when we moved back in, and it's called Ebb Tide. Now the buds on Ebb Tide when they come up are almost black. If you have a look, they're very deep in colour. But as they open into this absolutely amazing magenta colour. Just look at this one here. And as they've been out a couple of days, as with all roses, they open up further. And this one's great. It lets the bees and the birds into all the goodness in the centre. Just look at the beautiful design of the petals. Isn't nature fabulous? And when it goes that lighter pink colour there, it's actually been out about 4 days in my garden. So I get 3 good days of roses. As you can see, it's covered in little buds and it's got great health with it. It just looks healthy. This one, like I say, has been in almost 3 years. It was the first rose that ever went into the ground. It will grow to about 1 metre tall. That is it. It's not a very big rose. It's actually quite compact for its growth here in this garden, but I really enjoy it. It took a good couple of years to establish itself, but this year it's been covered in these beautiful magenta blooms. How could you not love this? This particular rose, Ebb Tide, is good as far as disease goes. It has a great resistance to the normal black spot that I get here from the humidity, which is great. Beautiful, thick green foliage. Just look at it. It's lovely and thick. And the fragrance is deep. And it's got a clove fragrance on the back of it. But I do enjoy this one when it's in bloom because I love to bend down and just take in all that beautiful fragrance. Nature's wonderful when it can put a fragrance like that into a rose. This is a very strong fragrance, and when you look at lists of roses where they have strong fragrance, Ebb Tide will always feature in there. So if you're looking for a nice little, I call it a parlour rose, it's not a miniature, but it certainly hasn't grown much in 2 years. It's probably only about 1/2 metre tall after a couple of years, 2.5 years. So it's not a fast grower. Shouldn't grow more than 1 metre. It looks fabulous in my garden, and I always enjoy coming past and taking in, like I say, that beautiful fragrance. What roses have you got in your garden that have a fragrance like our Ebb Tide?